What do we say, guys? Grats eggnog, dude.
Oh my god.
Get it on, dude. Get it on.
I wonder how he got all that gold. So somebody said the WillE made a video about it. Let me see. I'm actually really curious about this. Yeah, there it is. The 3,500. Wait.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, WillE here. So just the other week, a European guild completed a GDKP run, clearing 15 out of 15 in Naxxramas, which in of itself might be quite the shocker that a guild has actually been able to achieve that, but it is one of the more competitive guilds in the world, and one that was also able to achieve a clear on day one. So
yeah,
there you go.
Surprised.
And upon taking down the final boss, Kel'Thuzad, Gressil Dawn of Ruin dropped.
This sword right here. I want you guys to just look at this sword. Look how good this sword is. 15 stamina. 40 attack power. 40 fucking attack power. 2.7 speed. This is a big dick sword. This is a beautiful weapon. This was the best weapon in the game. This was the best weapon in the game back in Vanilla WoW.
An extremely sought after item. This is the best one-handed sword in all of classic WoW.
The other sword right there is called the Hungering Cold, and that also drops from Kel'Thuzad, but the Hungering Cold is more of a tank weapon, and Gressil Dawn of Ruin is more of a DPS weapon. But oftentimes warriors would dual wield both of them because the Hungering Cold gave you sword damage.
So of course those DPS warriors are going to be pretty keen to get their hands on it. But the amount it ended up going for was pretty much beyond anyone's wildest dreams, with a player forking out 198,000 gold, which, as you can see from the title, equates somewhere in the region of $3,000. So I just want to explain.
198,000 gold. I thought it was 180,000. So it's even more. This is it was fake? No, man. Like, I saw the video. How could it be fake if it was on stream? Like, the guy, like, unless this is, like, some kind of, like, fucking elaborate ploy that they all did on a private server or something and people didn't realize that. No, man. This shit actually happened. This is insane. Isn't a sword BOP? Yeah, it is, but you can trade items within a 2-hour window. And that's what the guy did.
Title equates somewhere in the region of $3,000.
Yeah.
So I just want to explain how much 198k actually is in sort of a more tangible way. So I've heard that items have gone for over 6-digit figures over in China in GDKP runs, but they have the WoW token, so I'm not really that surprised.
Yeah, it's
but
just
in
like straight
EU,
up.
where this item was sold, it is a totally different story. The actual gold cap for classic WoW is 214,748 gold, 36 silver, and 47 copper, which is basically a technical limitation of the client.
This is like a number limitation, and like it could never go higher than that, and it only did later on. I think they increased it to 1 million in Cataclysm because people started making that much gold then.
We're playing on. It's the same as old school RuneScape, except there it's 2.147 bill, which is a little bit strange given the fact we were told we're playing on a Legion client, which I can remember the Mad Merchant there selling a battle pet for 500k and the Big Spider mount for 1 mil, so I'm not quite sure why this is the case. No changes, I guess. There were even reports from the same raid where the sword went for 198k. The same person also spent a further 35,000 on other items, so they would have gone over the gold cap in a single raid evening. Do you remember back during the start of Phase 5 when people were looking at buying the Scarab Lord, which part of the quest required 42k Silithid Carapace fragments? Many people paid in the regions of about 60 to 80k for that, and that...
So what guilds used to do for Scarab Lord is they would farm out and get somebody Scarab Lord if that person gave the entire guild like 60 or 80k gold. It was insane. Like, the way people play classic WoW nowadays is like just so completely different than what anybody would have expected to see 10 years ago. Like, nobody expected this shit to happen. Unless you played on like a lot of private servers and you saw what happened. Like, it's not that people didn't expect it to happen. It's that I think that the majority of people, whenever you look at like the population, nobody really expected that to be, right? It's not even fun. Well, I don't think it's... The thing is, like, people don't play games for fun anymore. You don't play a game for fun. You play to win. Fun is like just it's an outcome of winning. But you don't really play for fun. But who the fuck plays for fun?
Honestly, isn't too unreasonable. It seems a little bit pricey, or maybe more than a little bit, but that mount and when TBC comes around, the Scarab Lord title are forever. It was a limited time event. It's not going to be coming back unless they release new servers alongside TBC or Wrath of the Lich King, which happened back in the day. But by and large, I wouldn't really be counting on that. And on top of that, the event was a limited time on each server, depending on how quickly the hand-ins were done, and you really had to move and pay out as soon as possible. It was all about the exclusivity. So 198k for one item is just beyond unreal. You might just say, well, it's somebody who's invested gold and made smart buys from early on into the game, and now it's just sold everything off and is just throwing their money because maybe they don't want to play TBC, for example. But even still, there's going to be quite a few more items that you would want from Naxxramas as a warrior. I mean, don't tell me somebody with this much gold to throw about isn't going for items like Slayer's Crest, Might of Menethil, or even Corrupted Ashbringer just to flex. And on top of all this, the actual event was streamed live to a pretty sizable audience.
People would have seen
it. And the reason that was given to how this guy managed to amass such an incredible fortune was he does a lot of Diamol East.
Man, I don't think that's true. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that. I think that is not true. There's no fucking way. There's no. He does a lot of Dire Maul East.
So 198,000. Let's say.
Let's do the math
of that
on
wealth came from arcane crystals acquired within Dire Maul East.
Sure.
In reality, it's higher than that number if we were taking the arcane crystals as of 100%, it'd be somewhere around the 70 to 80% mark, but let's lowball it, just for the sake of it, which leaves us with 118,800 gold. The average price of an arcane crystal on Gehenna's Alliance over the past 90 days is around 60 gold or so. I would say maybe he ended up selling for a bit higher. Usually if somebody's this good at making money, they know when to sell. So let's call it just under 2,000 arcane crystals, or 1,966. Nearly enough for 20 Thunder Furies. But how long would that take to get through Dire Maul East, though? So, at the end of the instance, I've done a fair bit of it myself, about 800 runs. There are between 2 to 3 rich thorium veins. Each mining node has a 3% chance per swing to get an arcane crystal, and you get 2 to 4 taps per rock. So, on the low end, you're going to get 4 taps minimum.
I love shit like this, dude. I love it whenever they math it out. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of like WoW, is whenever somebody makes up some bullshit and then somebody else reverse engineers their bullshit to find out that it's bullshit.
Per run. On the high, you'll get 12. So
yeah, it's the dream thing, right? It's like this guy, he gets a Minecraft run. He does a Minecraft run. The chances of having happened what he had happen to him, like, the chance of the Big Bang happening is higher than Dream's Minecraft run occurring. Oh, I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. He didn't say it was all on account? Yeah, sure, it's all on one account. Of course. Just like Biden winning? Shut up, you stupid-ass little kid bringing politics into my chat. Shut the fuck up, stupid-ass bitch. Fuck you, stupid. I would say more words at you, but I would get in trouble. Stupid ass little kid. Agitator Andy. Suck a fucking dick. A big, fat, veiny dick. Let's watch the video.
Call it 8 average, and with numbers this large, averages really do start to come in. So bearing in mind 1 in 33 chance to get an arcane crystal, 8 taps average per run, you should get on average 1 arcane crystal per 4 runs-ish. And granted that 60% of the price paid for Gressil is 1,966 arcane crystals, with the prices on the server, that would equate out to somewhere in the region of about 7,500 to 8,000 Dire Maul East jump runs. For one item.
Wait a second.
Prices on the server, that would equate out to somewhere in the region of about 7,500 to 8,000 Dire Maul East jump.
7,500 runs. 7,500 runs. Ah, okay. That's crazy.
runs for one item.
Wow.
How long would 8,000 runs take, though? Wow, what a great question. There's a 5 instance lockout cap per character per hour.
Oh, no. Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it's 5 instances per hour. But, like, realistically, like, how fast are you going to do a jump run? It's 30 a day. Yeah, so it's 30 per day. Yeah, I thought they added an overall cap or something like that. Joker did 5,000 times for Princess. Blade of Eternal Darkness? No, he didn't. Joker did 2,000. That's 2,000.
Meaning your runs are hard capped at 12 minutes per character.
Yeah.
Now, you could do it on one character, log off and do it on another. They actually changed this a while ago. It used to be server bound instead of character bound, so this is actually a benefit.
Of course.
You could run on multiple characters if you were so inclined.
Absolutely.
But save just for one character, 8,000 runs, which average out 12 minutes each, would mean 96,000 minutes, 1,600 hours, or about 67 days played straight of farming of Diamond East for one item.
67 days played non-stop for the item. This guy must be really dedicated to Dire Maul. He must really, really like Dire Maul. Is this for Gressil? Yeah, it's for Gressil Dawn of Ruin. He really likes... Man, what are you capping for, man? He likes the dungeon. What's wrong with liking a dungeon, guys?
You even have that much time played on your main. People with this much gold tend to value their gold a little bit more than this because they actually appreciate the long-term commitment, game knowledge, and dedication it actually takes to achieve this volume of wealth.
True and so
this
real.
is coming from a top-end guild, though, and high-end raiding and speedrunning ain't cheap. There is a bit of a tinfoil hat theory going on here that the gold is being bought and given to a raid member, have them pop along to a raid and have other people bid them up when big items drop, so the gold pot ends up to an absolutely obscene amount. Then at the end of the GDKP, you get to split an absolutely massive amount of gold, which is very likely to have been bought amongst dozens of people. I did hear the payout for each player at the end of the run was about 7,000 gold as well. That just puts into perspective how much money was thrown into the pot in that run. Do you remember back a couple of months ago, there was all that drama when a lot of guilds in contention for World First back in Nilo for the Waking City were all buying gold, and the whole fiasco...
I forgot all about this. Yo, I straight up forgot all about this. I remember we had that whole stream, and then like that server, or sorry, that Discord got shut down, and then the people from the Discord were on my stream explaining themselves, and it was just clear that they were just bullshitting. Jeez.
Go around the Gallywix gold selling, where it turned out instead of buying tokens, people were just buying straight from gold selling sites instead. The amount of gold people had to sink to remain competitive was completely insane. I mean, here's another quote from Limit Max saying they're about $40,000 in terms of tokens in debt. No, they didn't straight up say we bought the gold, but that's just the amount they had to borrow to remain competitive. I
actually don't think that Limit did any RMT. I don't think so. Like, and here's why Limit didn't do any RMT. Is because they've been banned for RMT so many times, Blizzard's got them under a microscope. Like, they've been banned for RMT like twice. No, really. I mean, think about it. Like, it's the same as, like, they're watching these guilds, especially same as Method. Method's never been banned like Limit has. Like, a lot of people in Limit have been banned for RMT way more than Method. They know they're screwed if they get caught. Yeah, I actually don't think they did any RMT. Because think about it, it's 250 million gold. If they're selling N'Zoth, for let's say 150K, and you do that for 3 weeks, and you do one of those an hour, and each time that you do it, you're carrying 10 people, that's 1.5 million gold each hour. You do that for 10 hours. Like, you can get up to 250 million easy. 150K? At the beginning, it was 150K.
That's scale of things.
Doesn't even matter
with these guilds in Classic, buy gold, give it to a number of people, bid each other up in GDKPs. You even just check it on stream. I mean, it doesn't seem to matter at this point, does it? Each person gets a 4-digit cut of the profits at the end, and you dish them out, and you're pretty much good to go for as much consumables as you can possibly afford moving forwards. Could very well be a thing with a lot of the top guilds, just because of how prices can be with the high tier items and especially flasks. But there's so many GDKPs at the moment where items are being sold for just 5-digit numbers, let alone 6. Which
That's
outside
incredible.
of the Chinese servers of WoW is just crazy. You might remember as well a little while ago when I looked at the new bots that were popping up in Blackrock Depths of all those rogues that were just sitting there pickpocketing all day, and since they were in an instance with an endlessly respawning amount of mobs to pickpocket, they're just basically sitting there all day, every day, printing gold. And the only way to actually report them is to whisper them and then right-click and report them, even though that...
So they can't even get reported. Right? Like, this is nuts, man. This is absolutely fucking nuts. 50 million 2 days just from heroic carries? Yeah. They make way... Like, you guys have no idea. Like, in retail WoW, 250 million gold is like, yeah, sure. But in classic WoW, you don't have the same scale of... The thing is, like, whenever Limit starts selling things in let's say, like, a game, in WoW, like, after a tier, they are selling to the entire region. They're not just selling to their server. They have the entire region's economy that they can activate. If you're in Classic WoW, you're only activating one economy of one group of people that is so much smaller. Like, that's insane. It's a complete different universe.
That's not really anything to go off, to be honest. Well, here you go then. This is the end game of what that causes. This sheer amount of gold.
Ungilded rogues.
I'd like to say stuff like this needs to stop and boycott GDKPs, but we all know that ain't gonna happen. People are pricing themselves.
I actually don't think there's anything wrong with GDKPs. I like GDKPs. I think they're really cool. But what I don't like is the fact that Blizzard doesn't... They put in, basically, Blizzard's like this. Whenever they're like... somebody, they're like, Blizzard, somebody's, they're botting. And Blizzard's like, okay, we'll take care of it. All right. Well, how'd that do? Like, they don't even try. They're not even trying. They're just sitting there not giving a fuck, man. Let's be honest. Like, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. And the thing is, players don't care enough to get pissed off about it. Remember whenever botting was a big issue? Botting was a big issue in Classic, and then Blizzard came out and they made changes, and they actually started banning people for botting because everybody got pissed off. If everybody doesn't get pissed off, nothing happens. Blizzard doesn't care about botting because it's so common on Chinese servers. I don't know what happens on Chinese servers. I'm not Chinese. I don't play on them.
Others out of the game and putting themselves into a vicious cycle of forced interaction.
I think, honestly, the answer to that is, like, Blizzard, the people that run Blizzard in China are probably not really talking very often to the people that run Blizzard in NA or EU on, like, a regular basis about game mechanics. I don't think they're even having these conversations to begin with.
With gold buyers. And gold still really matters in TBC, you know. An economical reset doesn't stop rogues in BRD from farming away happily. They have to, either. And no doubt there will only be many new ways discovered in the expansion.
Exactly.
If anything, it's just a band-aid on a much more severe diagnosis.
Well, because I think TBC will be worse. And the reason why I think it'll be worse is because people, like, vanilla private servers have always been the most popular. Like, vanilla private servers have been super, super, super popular. But BC servers haven't been as popular. So they haven't been play tested as much. They haven't had the same opportunity to be exploited as often. Wrath of the Lich King servers are more popular? Are the most popular? Really? I don't know. Like, every single time that I've heard about a private server, it's always been vanilla WoW. Wrath of the Lich King was more populated. Was it more populated because there was only... I think, like, Wrath of the Lich King probably has the most populated single server, but I feel like there are more vanilla WoW servers, and collectively there are more people playing vanilla WoW private servers than Wrath. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Okay, well, regardless, TBC either way, right? TBC is not either one of those. So people haven't playtested TBC as much as they have in vanilla WoW. Like, I'd say absolutely vanilla WoW is a much more popular version of people playing private servers of it than TBC. And with TBC, you're not going to have all of those people that have already tested a million fucking things and tried a million fucking things. Warmane Pop is, what do we call it here? Is completely fabricated. I think Warmane's population is fabricated too. The reason why I think it's fabricated is it's lucrative for them to say that it's fabricated, or it's lucrative for them to fabricate it. So, for example, if you say that your server is super populated, it gives people a better value of buying the things off of your store. Like, it just makes sense. Like, it makes sense for them to lie about the population because it increases the perceived value of the things they're selling. Just saying.
Anyways, there you go. I don't know. I just felt like talking about that subject because I couldn't believe that an item had actually gone for that much on European servers. Maybe we're going to see even more crazy prices to come, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. A nice light subject today, wasn't it? Thank you all so much for watching and listening in, and I will see you all in the next one very soon.
Jesus,
if you liked what you see, do give the video a like and subscribe, as there will be plenty more to come. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the
Warmane is pay to win? I don't even know, man. Like, yeah, there's a video. This is fucking insane, man. Absolutely fucking insane. Now, do you think they're going to reset gold? No, they're not going to reset gold because what WillE said is true. Like, even if they reset gold, who gives a fuck if people can just bot it up again? It doesn't matter if you reset gold. It's like you need to reset, you need to get rid of the gold generators. You can't just reset gold and then think that's going to just fix everything. That's what the problem is, man. Okay, here we go. Streamer gets scammed for 30,000 gold.
What the heck? You fucking piece of shit.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Orbilis just fucking weak-ored all my gold.
What? That is insane.
He sent me a weak aura. He was like, hey friend, here's a really good strat boosting weak aura.
Yeah.
Just wanted to share it with you. And then he's like, and I sent you something in the mail. I wanted you to check.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The weak aura that he fucking made.
You guys have to understand. So this guy, this 30,000 gold in classic WoW is like 10 million gold in retail WoW. It's like being gold capped in retail WoW. It might even be more than that. It's so much money in the game. It's more than that. Yeah, it's more probably. Yeah, it's huge. It's so much fucking money, man. Yeah, this is classic WoW. Look at the guy's gear. Look at all the DPS. Look at everything here. I mean, he's got so many abilities on his bar. It's got to be classic WoW. There's no way retail would have that many abilities. So look at this shit, man. What happened? I'm not a WoW player. So basically, weak auras. I'll explain what happened. Okay. So weak auras are it's an add-on that you can download that's customizable. It's basically like. It's an add-on that allows you to make your own add-ons, and you can send your own add-ons to other people, and then they can use them as well. So what this guy did right here is he had a weak aura, and somebody sent him a weak aura, and the weak aura's functionality was to have his character immediately mail all of their gold to somebody else. That is insane.
That I think would be helpful for strat boosting. And so I thought it was really suspicious when I got it because I was like trying to figure out what it did. I was like, it doesn't have any like screen interface or anything with it. So what the fuck does it do? And I was about to ask him that, and he's like, oh, and I sent you a gift in the mail. I just wanted to see a reaction on stream before I logged off. So I go over to the mailbox, click on it, immediate mail sent, 30,000 gone. And I couldn't even see who it sent it to, but I would assume to him.
Well, to be fair, he did want to see the reaction. And no, he got the reaction.